Little FMAB here. Welcome to my anime reviews. Welcome to a wonderful anime autumn. Yes, it's changed because summer is gone. Fuck the summer, and some people call it fall instead of autumn, but I don't understand if there's a difference between autumn and fall. It's both the same thing, correct? Anyways, this is something new I've kind of started. I've already done a few episodes. Basically every week I will review an anime that I have liked in detail, and I will give you a free download. Or usually I try to give you a free download, but sometimes there's problems, so I will give you a link to watch it online, and if I find out the link is broken, I will try my best to get a new one. But these are my preferences on what my favorite or disliked or whatever kind of animes I've watched. If an anime that I have not watched and you have watched and you're wondering why it's not here, you tell me it, I'll review it. That's basically it. But I will not be reviewing Bleach, One Piece, or Naruto. Naruto is ending soon, but I'm not about that life. I like Naruto, but I don't have the patience to watch the anime anymore. Bleach I never got into, and One Piece I never got into either. They're way too ahead in the story, so I do not think I have time to catch up. But let's get on with it. This week's anime is Angel Beats. Now, this anime I watched in English dub, but the file choice for the download, you either have the choice of English sub or English dub, so if you're into that stuff, there you go. Now, following the usual review outlines, I will be explaining the most important points in this anime series, like the characters, the story, the setting, the relationships, the voice actors, animations, music, and the genre. Now, let's get straight into the genre of the anime, because people are a lot of fixated on the genre of an anime before they watch it. So this anime has a lot of disaster, tragic events happen to people, which makes it somewhat of a depressing anime, but in many ways, that makes it good. It has school life, action, and drama in it. It's very enjoyable, like, concept. You'll get into it eventually once I explain everything else. Now, for the setting. This anime is somewhat of a purgatory world. Its setting, anyways. People who didn't live their lives fully, they end up here and try to relive their youths here, although they don't usually end up doing that. In this purgatory world, there's a person called Angel who's trying to help people fulfill their youths, but people don't usually want to because they hate God for the shitty life they gave them, and they created a group originally called the Underworld Battlefront, but their name changes a lot. They are a team of people from the original world, Earth, the living world, and in the purgatory, they are fighting against Angel and trying to defy God, but there aren't only purgatory people here. There are NPCs, aka non-playable characters, which act as normal humans would, but don't exactly the same act like them. They do as they are programmed. Now, for the characters, there are multiple characters that are all in this anime that are very interesting, and I would like to talk about them, but there are 3 characters that influence this anime a lot, so they're the only ones I will talk about. Now, first is Otonashi. Now, Otonashi is his last name, but that is all we get when he's first introduced. He has entered the purgatory world without any memories of his previous life, so he doesn't know if he lived a fulfilling life or not, and that's why he ended up there. Otonashi is a caring person who will help anyone in need, and is always trying to resolve things the safest way possible. He's the true main character of this anime, and he influences the story the most. Second is Yuri, but everyone calls her Yuripi. She is the leader of the battlefront against God and Angel, and wants to defy God for the horrible life she lived because of him. Now, I'm going to spoil a bit here, so click this to skip it. You know, if you want to skip this shit, go ahead. You know, spoilers and shit. Give you a second. Alrighty, let's get straight onto the spoilers. Yuri had 3 siblings, 2 sisters and 1 brother, and she was the oldest. Now, because she was oldest, she felt that she needed to protect them. Then one day, thieves broke into their home and tied up all her siblings and asked her to find anything her family keeps that is valuable, because they lived in a very big house and they were pretty rich at the time. Now, every 10 minutes, if she didn't bring them something, they'd kill a kid. So she runs off trying to find something to save her sibling. So she finds a really big vase, and because of its size, she thought it was valuable because she was young, she didn't understand. So she picked it up, and while walking up the stairs, she slipped and had a concussion. 30 minutes had gone by, and the police finally got there in time to save Yuri, but none of her siblings. She didn't do anything wrong, but none of them did in the end, but God did this to them, and for no reason. and that's why Yuri hates God so much. Which is understandable, you know, I'd hate God if he did that shit to me. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't deserve this shit. Now, the third main character is Angel. Now, I'm gonna say right now, her real name ain't Angel, but I don't want to spoil that part, so from the start of the anime, she is seen as the main antagonist because she keeps getting in the way of the battlefront and their plans. Now, she is apparently trying to get all the people that aren't NPCs to feel peace and be resurrected. Now, she's able to change her arm into a sword, change her body structure so that bullets fly through her, and she's able to warp one hit. But these are all voice activated through her voice only, and she's only stated that she only created those powers for self-defense. Now, that is everyone who actually matters. So let's get on to the next session. I had explained before that Ochinashi had awoken with no memories, and that's how this anime starts. Now, he wakes up, meets Yuri, sees how dangerous Angel is, and decides to join forces with the underworld Battlefront. The whole story and plot of this anime is basically for the Battlefront to get in contact and overthrow God, but Angel always gets in the way of any plans they make. The story is very lax, and there isn't a lot of action, just tragic moments that kill you inside. Now, for the animations. I liked the animations a lot. The art style is really well done and very clean looking. I liked the colorful look on an afterworld-like setting. It made the backgrounds and the characters look very good, and the battle scenes that were there looked very marvelous, even though there weren't many. Now for the voice actors. Now I am judging the English voice actors this time because I had watched this anime in English dubbed first. Now the English voice actors were fabulous. One of my favorite voice actors, Brittany Karbowski, is in this anime, and she plays Yuripi. Now the other voice actors were good too. Otanashi's voice actor was very good, but Angel's was meh. Hers didn't stand out for me. And now for the last section is for the music. Now, for someone like me, who doesn't really like soundtracks that much, this one was amazing. I had to download it because it's so good. The theme song was meh, but the background music was very good and well made. There was always good music going on at any time for any moment. Now, especially the scenes where something epic or sad was going on, or something epic was, or an epic theme would play, and then this just sounded sad, but it was fucking amazing, and it was great. It was really good music. And now for the rating part of these reviews. Now, as a rating, I'll split it up into five categories. Voice acting, animation, the story, the characters, and the overall enjoyability. Now, voice acting, 16 out of 20. The voice acting was very good, although I'm biased because Brittany Karbowski was in it, but the rating would have been higher if not for the background character voices. The main character pool was actually much bigger than how I explained it, but the three that I explained matter the most, and their voice actors were good except for Angel's, and the voices for the others were not the best, but not bad in the slightest. Animations, 18 out of 20. These animations were very good looking, made by Funimation, so you know they're gonna be quality. It's very clean and crisp and all colored, very, very well colored. I love the coloring for this anime, but the only problem is that the animations were great, but weren't outstanding. Nothing really grabbed me other than the whole color scheme. Now, story, 14 out of 20. The story was good, but it wasn't the best. I'm into a lot of fighting style animes, and this one was more of an emotion drainer, and it was too obvious it was trying to do that at points. So that took a bit of the feelings away, but some of the things are so out of the blue that it drains you very well. Now the characters, 19 out of 20, I must say the characters were amazing, and the abundance of them was great to me. I loved how there were a lot of characters, which made it easier to connect to one. Not all of them had background stories, but the ones that mattered did, and it worked out very well. Enjoyability, 17 out of 20. This anime has a lot of episodes where I didn't want to watch them, but I had a lot of episodes where I wanted to rewatch them, kind of like Baka and Test. This anime overall was very enjoyable, but it wasn't to the point where I would rewatch every episode of this anime again. Now the overall score for this anime, 84 out of 100, 84%. A pretty high score, I must say. This anime is for people who like a tearjerk and just feel depressed. At first, it'll make you feel a bit more depressed, but then it'll make you feel a whole lot better. An A-grade score for this anime. I hope you enjoyed the video. In the description, there should be a link to the download. If not, there will be a link to watching it online somewhere. I'm sorry, but it is a torrent if it is a download. But you can choose from English dub to English sub, and the English dub also has subtitles. So this anime's video file is MKV, so I suggest to use a VLC player because it can play all kinds of files and is easy to use. Press C to crop it so you can make it widescreen. Now before I end this video, a few months or so ago, someone commented on my YouTube, one of my videos, because I was watching Angel Beats in one of my vlogs, and someone had asked me to make a video saying what I thought of a second season coming out. Now, I believe that a second season probably won't happen because Angel Beats is a few years old, but it could happen, you never know, because Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood came out and was not a full sequel to the second one, but was a remake and connected to the manga. Now, I believe Angel Beats, it is possible to get a second season, but, you know, Otanashi and Angel have both left. Who's gonna be the one to help them go to the next world? I think it ended in a very good way. It could get a second season. I'd like it, it'd be cool, I'd watch it, but I don't know how well it would turn out. But, you know, it's a visual novel, so, or not a visual novel, a light novel, so that's the biggest thing. If the person who made the light novels has continuation from that point, then yeah, of course, make an anime version of it. I may just read it, it'll be nice, but that's all I know from what my point of view. I feel that it would be nice to have one, but I doubt that there will be one, and I don't know if it'll meet the quality of the first season. Now, there you go. There's my point. And that's everything. Thank you guys for watching. Scott Pilgrim, FMAB, out.